Hey, Craig.
Yep. Whoa. What is all this?
That's the Ferrari flip money.
I didn't even make the video yet. And you got all this cash for the Civic?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'll tell you how much it is at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Welcome to Flying Wheels. Today is a good day. I don't want to keep smelling it because it's dirty money, but today's a fun day. Why is it a fun day, you ask? Well, you'll see there is no Toyota Tundra. You'll see there is no Suzuki Grand Vitara, and you'll see there is no Honda Civic. In my most recent video, we went to the auction with $12,000 for our Ferrari flip because we sold the 2008 Toyota Tundra. I roamed through a whole new auction. If you haven't seen the video yet, you can go check that one out. After this one, I ended up with a 2011 Honda Civic Si. And today's video, I'm gonna show you how bad that Civic Si actually was. What we needed to do to bring it back to life, what we did for repairs, what we did to sell it, and how much we made for a profit towards our Ferrari flip. I'm also gonna go through all of our numbers to figure out where we're actually at. You can see the Bentley Continental GT. Yes, we still have it, but we're really close to selling it. So I have some news for that as well today. And it's giveaway day. So last week I made a video, a bunch of you guys entered, and 3 of you are gonna win. So stay tuned to the end where I pick 3 of you viewers at complete random, and you're all gonna win some cool Into the AM products. So stay tuned to the end for that stuff. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. So hey everyone, welcome to Flying Wheels and my Flying Wheels YouTube channel and flipping $400 into a Ferrari more than 12 months ago, meaning I've already lost my challenge. I started a challenge of can I buy a Ferrari with just $400? And I'll tell you what, we're actually really far along. Did it take longer than 12 months? Yes, it did. Why? Because I have a lot going on. We have a house we're doing. We have a new building we're putting up. We have Bentleys to sell, and the business, like just regular day-to-day business life, plus the Ferrari flip. I mean, there's so much happening that we get really consumed in all of these projects. But this series is really good for you guys, and the reason I did it isn't because I want to start my own business. It's to show you all the objections, all the things I have to overcome to get to success. I mean, what do I mean by success? Like selling the car, making a profit, growing your business, extending your lifestyle, whatever it is you may be for goals. That's what the purpose of this Ferrari flip series is to show you how we do it, how we overcome the problem, and how we move towards success. And so far it has been successful. I mean, I have a Bentley, and I have great news on this Bentley. I think we're gonna list it up on Cars and Bids this week. So our next video is probably us hopefully selling this Bentley. Also, what are we at for money? But before that, let's jump into the Honda Civic. I'm gonna show you the Honda Civic, what we're doing to it. It's not even here anymore because it's sold, so you get an all-inclusive video, buying, fixing, cleaning, and selling, and profit in today's video. Let's jump over to the Honda Civic. Behold, our new Ferrari flip is here. 2011 Honda Civic Si. We've actually never owned one of these ever before. And we have 3 Civics, 1, 2, 3.
I thought it was a Subaru because of the weight.
I know, with that giant wing. No, this is a reliable tuner car. I had no doubt about buying this thing. A Subaru, I would have thought twice. A little double-sided tape here. Get rid of these spokes. A little fiberglass, 80 from 200. We call it a deal. Get it? What movie? I'll be surprised if people get it. I'll let you do the honors. Oh, it opened up. It didn't open for me. You're gonna have to close it before you climb all the way in. I guess my weight dropped it.
I guess I gained some weight with that ice cream.
It's funny, they vented the hood with JDM Racing. What do you think of that shifter? It's part of the reason why I bought it. It was appealing. Some kid's gonna love that car. While everyone's here, I wanna go over this car. So all stickers can come off. These seem pretty stuck on, so I leave them. The lug nuts, if those are just lug nut caps, take them off and just leave lug nuts. I think the wheels just being black are probably better than anything else because they're kind of beat up already. Dave, it does need double-sided tape everywhere. So go through it, heat the car up, and see what you can do for double-sided tape pieces. I think whatever kid buys this is gonna like that tow hitch, right? Or remove it. I think that's clean enough that they'll like it. Any stickers on the interior, remove. We probably should remove that shifter even though I like it. Just make it look like a stock car. The vents here, let's open the hood. Yeah, these spacers are kind of cool looking, but remove it. So the car can just shut, the hood can just shut. This is the Civic inspection sheet. So when we do inspections, 72 different points of things that we check when we go through the car. Tires, 530 seconds in the front, rears are at 830 seconds. You did both wiper blades?
Yes.
Rear brakes and calipers?
Yeah.
Pads, rotors, calipers?
It was the one caliper that was missing the parking brake spring.
Okay, you did the spring?
No, I did the whole caliper with the new spring.
Front pads we did?
Yeah.
2 lug nuts. Driver's side caliper missing the parking brake spring. May need new caliper, which we did.
Yes.
And fixed parking brake. Cool. Awesome. Off topic, I want to show you why we go through our cars. So we did an inspection on this Yukon. Dave found a loose wheel bearing. So I ordered a wheel bearing. We went to pull the whole hub apart, and look what we find. See the bolt right here? No bolt right there. Want to show me what you just found? Someone put this together, and the bolt either fell out or never went in. That's how important state inspections are. Wild. And like, we have to figure all this stuff out on every single car. We're professional problem solvers. We're constantly finding other people's problems.
And then just looking at this, it looks like it's a fairly new bearing too.
Yeah, it looks like it was just recently replaced.
Yeah.
Wow. While we're off topic, check this out. Remember this car from December. This is our what can you buy at auction for $3,000 350Z. We've taken on quite a project. Actually, German has taken on quite a project. Upcoming video, like this is coming out real soon because there's a pretty good story to this Z that we found out. So that'll be kind of interesting. That's for later on. Let's get back to the Civic. So I came back and the guys have already started our Honda Civic project, and I want to show you something. These wheels have come out incredible. Look at how they look now. This side, they actually weren't done. So this is how the wheels look like when they came in. And to me, I was thinking, all right, we're gonna have to paint these wheels black. But after just a wash, this is how nice they pop. Yeah, there's a couple other things that I'm missing too. German has already started buffing this car. I want to bring this thing back to as much of stock as we can. Look at this headlight versus this headlight. We're going to show you how we transformed that headlight to look brand new again. And also, I'm going to show you how we're removing these things. We're going to try to double side tape these areas that are popping off. And there was a YOLO, you only live one sticker on the windshield that we had to remove. Now when cleaning any type of glass, a Windex is fine. An ammonia-based Windex is great for removing adhesive. We like to use newspapers. So we recycle our newspapers and we wash the windows with newspapers. It saves us on paper towels. Quick tip, it's good to know. Now going into the inside, we haven't done anything on the inside yet. It's still pretty dirty. So you can see someone liked this car. Someone used it. Going into the front, yeah, so it's dirty, but we'll go at it. And the seats are kind of stained. Man, I don't want to get rid of this, but I'm gonna go back to a stock shifter, sadly. So you'll see the emblem came off. I have my way of removing emblems. How did you do it?
Oh, I yanked it off. And
You just pulled it off?
I pulled it off, and then the adhesive that was on there, I hit it with the buffer.
Oh, all right. I would usually use some fishing line or like sewing string and just go right behind the badge and it pulls it right off and takes most of the glue, and then use like a goof off to remove the adhesive, and then what you do, the buffing. What are you doing to that headlight?
Oh, that one's gonna be tough because it's on the inside.
Oh, it's on the inside? Oh, so that headlight is different than this headlight?
Yeah, that one's brand new.
Oh no.
This one.
Am I gonna have to buy another headlight? That
Yeah,
stinks. That's very noticeable. Looks like it's blinking at me. Wheels are clean. We're gonna have to clean up the edging and then touch them up. But look at what a difference it makes just from being clean. And then the inside, vacuum's done. We give it a good scrubbing, brush, water, soap, and then we extract it with our vacuum. If you are using a wet vac to extract all your water, make sure you clean your wet vac out. Otherwise, you're just making mud inside the vacuum. Wow, that looks good. I love the suede on the SIs. That looks nice.
Mats were nasty.
So it's mostly the mats that were dirty?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. These wheels have come pretty far already, and I would like you to explain what you're doing if you don't mind.
So I just hit the edges some aggressive to make it nice and smooth.
So an angle grinder to the lip of the wheels.
Yes, and I'm gonna try some Rust-Oleum to see one part to see how this red versus that one goes on.
Yeah.
And I just try the Rust-Oleum because it's heavier and it'll go on quicker.
Covers well.
Yes.
You know what else I'm thinking of now that I'm looking at it, which wasn't my intention, I just want to know what you were gonna do. You grinded down that lip and it kind of looks polished.
Yeah.
So if that red doesn't work, you could tape off this edge right here,
and go
grind all the way around on all four wheels,
and just leave it.
and no one would ever be any of the wiser if I said that correctly.
I agree with you.
Just another option. This looks great though already. I think that's the way to go. Just easier too. Easier, cleaner. And then we can polish the lip after with some sandpaper and bring it down from a heavier grit to a finer grit, and then we'll clear over it so it stays glossy or shiny when we're finished. That's the way to go with those wheels. Yes, I think that was the right choice. Yeah, that looks good. Before, during, after. Wheels are done, now it's car wash time. That headlight is bothering me, so I ordered a new set of headlights with dark backgrounds, like black housings, and bright amber corner lenses. So I have to wait for those to come in. But the question is now, I want to list it for sale today. People aren't going to see it with the black housing and the amber corner lenses. So I'll reshoot photos and relist it again when the headlights come in. But for now, this is how it's getting listed. Look at the gloss off these wheels. I did not see that coming. So there is something on this Civic that just came to mind. I just found it. This is obviously an aftermarket spoiler. See these holes here, 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 and here? Those need to be filled or we're gonna get some serious water in the trunk, which is weird that that wasn't even ever repaired by the previous owner. I'm gonna show you how we fix it. I have a kit full of push pins. See these right here? All of these are push pins. I'm gonna find the appropriate size to see what fits that hole. And I'm not just gonna push them in, I'm gonna show you how we seal it and keep it watertight. This is a hot glue gun that came with our dent puller kit. I would not wanna use epoxy on these. I don't wanna epoxy these things down. The glue will actually seal those holes up watertight, and it's removable. So when you want to put on the factory spoiler, the glue from the glue gun will pop right off without ruining your paint. So that's what I'm going to use to seal these on. And now we are watertight. There you go. I didn't put on too much so it's not coming out the sides, but it's still going to create a full seal. Voila. Watertight push pins that aren't an eyesore to the trunk, and if somebody ever wants to remove this spoiler, all they have to do is put the original spoiler back on without ruining anything. Now there is one more issue I found when I was taking it for photographs. This is broken so it doesn't stay shut, which is slightly annoying. So we're going to remove this with some Torx screws right there, and see what's actually wrong with this right here. There's our problem right here. We have a broken latch right there. All right, I repaired that piece. Let's tighten this up and see if it closes. Here we go. So that is a common problem on Civics. Well, you'll notice there is no more 2011 Honda Civic Si here, and it sold before we even got the headlights. So the headlights are about $110. They're gonna show up, and I'm gonna have to return them. So luckily, I always buy things that have a return policy so I can just ship them back, get my refund, save me $110. I didn't even have to put them in, although I kind of really wanted to because it would have spiced the car up. But that's why I didn't wait for the headlights to show up. I thought it would be good to list it, see what happens when the headlights show up. I'd re-photograph it and put it out. Didn't even need to this time, but that's why you don't just sit on stuff. You know, you could be missing the buyer completely by having the car sitting here tying up money. Here's the best part of my job. Right here in cashola. That is really, really cool. So I leave early, I come back to pick up a bunch of cash. That is like the dream job. That's awesome when other people do everything correctly and I can rely on everyone. That's really, really cool. All right, it's giveaway time. Last week in our Suzuki Grand Vitara video, Into the AM, the clothing company, gave me a bunch of clothes to give away. You guys commented, you did what you're supposed to do. Today's the day where I give it all away. I'm gonna pick 3 people at random. I'm just gonna go through the comments. Tell me when to stop. I'm gonna pick people at random. All right, ready? I'm going up and down and up and down. Stop. All right, my finger is on Jason Hurting. Love your videos, keep them coming. I actually really like that Suzuki. Used to have a Sidekick decades ago. And also, Into the AM. Jason, you won. Jason, you've won. Reach out to us through our website. All right, I'm gonna copy that and we're gonna select 2 more people. Ready? Up, down, eyes closed. Tell me when.
Stop.
Stop. All right, Alex Clark, Into the AM, love your content. And I'm gonna write, Alex, congrats, you've won. All right, we get 1 more. Tell me when. Stop. All right, David Duato, Into the AM, love your videos. David, you've won. Every time somebody sponsors one of our videos, like last week was Into the AM Clothing Company, I'm just gonna give you guys stuff. I'm gonna give it away for free. If you like what I'm wearing or what I'm using or whatever, you can always go to the links down below and buy them, but I'm also gonna try to give you stuff for free just because it's fun. So you guys, you won, congratulations, reach out to us. All right, so let's get to brass tacks. I'm gonna go through all the numbers and see where we're actually at because I haven't done these numbers yet without you guys. So you're gonna do it with me and we're gonna figure out how far into this Ferrari flip we actually are. Now the Civic sold literally in a day. I could not ask for anything better. I didn't make a ton of money on it, but I did really, really well. And for a car to sell in a day, it doesn't matter how much I make. The fact that it sold quickly is the best part about it. All right, let's figure it out. First of all, I'm in the Bentley. I love this car, but I'm ready to move it. I'm ready to sell it. We're gonna get going. I'm gonna list this thing on Cars and Bids this week, so that video's coming up. Let's get down to the numbers and see where we're actually at. There's a lot of numbers, so I'm gonna try not to be confusing. I own this Bentley for $28,730. Now, I did a video, can you daily drive the Bentley Continental GT? I love the car. I had a bunch of issues with this car. Some of you guys actually work on Bentleys and told me it's a battery issue. I replaced the battery, like 90% of my issues went away. So thank you so much. That was incredible. There's 2 batteries. I didn't know that. I replaced it. Most of my problems went away. I love this car. I bought a Jeep and an Acura in December. I sold those. I had a surplus of $1,202. I sold the Acura, I sold the Grand Cherokee, plus my surplus. I had $13,602 plus this car. I went and bought an 08 Toyota Tundra for $6,994, all in after all repairs. I bought the Suzuki Grand Vitara, which sold in 2 days. I'll go over that in a minute. I owned that one for $4,480 after all repairs. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. I just posted it last week. I sold the Suzuki in 2 days, which was amazing, for $8,000. Now I owned it for $4,480. I sold it for $8,000. That's a profit of about $3,600, which is unbelievable. Well, that car was a heck of a transformation, if you remember. And to be honest with you, I think I undersold it. I sold the Suzuki and the Toyota Tundra both in the same week. I sold the Suzuki for $8,000, the Toyota Tundra for $12,000. I went to the auction and I bought the Honda Civic for $7,000 and change. I just sold it for $10,500. Now I did a lot to this Honda Civic, so let's go through those numbers. I paid $7,915. Now I still had a cash surplus of $2,000. In this video, we did wipers, brake calipers, a shifter, brake pads, an oil change, plus our time, which we don't count as an expense. I own that Civic for $8,279. What did it sell for? Drum roll, please. $10,500, which is a profit of $2,221 in just a couple days. I owned that car for a week total, which is amazing. I also sold the Tundra for $12,000, which is a tremendous profit. Next week's video, we're gonna go to the auction with $12,000 because I actually already shot that one, so you get to see what I bought, what we're gonna go through, how bad it really is. That's a whole thing. But as of right now, like today's video that you're watching, I have $10,500 from the Civic. I have $12,000 from the Toyota Tundra, so I have $22,500 plus this Bentley, which is I own for like $28,000. So roughly we have about $50,000 plus dollars. So technically I'm in Ferrari money right now, which is really, really neat. That's awesome. Well, now that winter's over, we're really moving forward on this process. And now that I'm flip-flopping every car, piggybacking them, it's moving along really, really quickly. So fast that I can't even get these videos out to you fast enough. And I'm having fun doing it. And we're actually in Ferrari territory, which is really, really cool. So stay tuned, because the next video, I'm going to take you to the auction with $12,000 to see what we can buy. I will tell you right now, it's not good. We're gonna go back to that same auction, and I'm not a giant fan of it, and I'm gonna tell you why in the next video, so make sure to stay tuned. Hey, if you ever wanna learn how to do any of this, www.startyourdealership.com. Check it out, I'll teach you how to do what I'm doing. If you don't want a dealer's license, carflipping101.com, both really, really cool, intricate, very detailed programs, really awesome. Check it out. If this video was helpful, if you just hit the thumbs up button down below, it's a favor to me. If you want notifications every time we make new videos, there's a bell down below. Otherwise, I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching. Adios. Hey everyone, as always, I really, really appreciate your support, so thanks for always watching my videos. There is a bell below this video. If you hit that bell, you get notifications every time we make a new one, so you don't miss out on this Ferrari flip series. That circle in the center is to subscribe to our channel, and then videos to the left and to the right are your favorite videos. Thanks a lot, everyone.